Goffard, at the end of combat, is going to stand there panting before shouting at his men. That hurt us worse than I thought. Gather up the dead. We'll have funeral rites in the morning. And he's going to limp inside.
Have a little look at this flaming skull. It's still there as well.
At this point, it just looks more like a skull with your axe buried in it. You're just pulling out of its lower mandible.
Rip that out then.
As you do, it sort of crumbles into bone dust. Cough, cough. No, that was a hint.
Don't want it.
You don't want it? Okay, that's fine.
I don't think Lime would care. Bone dust.
Anyone you want to talk to or anything else? Viscount, you said you wanted to head off inside? Or Joff, sorry. So you're going to leave the three of them picking up the many bodies.
I'll give him a hand.
He's
injured. He needs help.
Fair enough. You're helping him in. Okay, so Rat, you've seen those two heading in.
I'm going to lay on hands myself.
Sure.
For 13 hit points.
Sure.
Are the three of them? Are they like picking up one body and then dragging inside?
They're dragging each of them over to the edge of the walls to sort of like line up for a burial.
How dangerous does this fire look?
It looks like that tower's going to burn down in a little while.
I come quick, speed. I'll try and climb up the tower.
Make an acrobatics check or athletics. I think your dex so 7. You try, but it's very, very hot. I'll let you risk it again since that's not too low. But there is a chance from here on you could take damage.
Sure.
17. You're up to the top. You're just keeping out the edge of the fire. I do mean very much so just.
For a little bit, if you want to move on to other stuff while doing this, I want to pretend that I'm trying to get the bodies out, but actually I want to see if they've got any decent stuff on them.
Fair. Make a perception check. Let's see. 3. You notice they have a lot of on-fire javelins and various other wooden pieces of equipment. It doesn't look like they were very well equipped at all.
Why are our perception rolls all so bad?
Gafan went first, so he would have got there before you. He's going to come back in.
I stop you here.
Okay.
As you walk in and open the door, covering like the door, you kind of have to duck out of the way of string, and I have bits of paper kind of pushed up and held against all the walls and all the floors with string connecting it. You do notice the string is glowing slightly, and if you brush against it, a certain tune plays. Do, 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 do.
You made a 5 foot by 5 foot ball of string and used it to turn into a crazy person.
He's been busy.
And you see me on the floor kind of scrawling more notes down, a bit of a crazed look in my face, and I kind of look up and, you're back. Is it over?
Propping himself up on his bright blood red sword and goes, yes, it's over. My lord, I may need my desk for a little while as he sort of tries to step round all your string.
Right you are. Well, I'll tell you what I've discovered soon, and I start collecting my notes back.
He makes it to his desk pretty easily, without cutting too much of the string. As he sits down, he slumps in the chair and says, well, I'll be damned. I'm surprised I didn't lose more. It's a good thing you were here. As he leans
did my bit.
Leans his head against the desk and says, I've completely forgotten to put the ambience on the entire time.
He says, ha.
Yeah.
I just realised I had ambience queued up and completely forgot to put it on. Sorry.
I was thinking that a minute ago.
Yeah, it's a bit late for battle ambience now.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun
I mean, there's ambience in the room because if anyone's touching the string,
Yeah, that's
Oh,
it.
yeah. Do,
Oh.
do, do, do.
Oh,
Like
he's gonna,
Twilight Zone or something.
X-Files.
Oh, that's the one, yeah.
he's gonna sigh, sit down in a chair, and say, "Vaprak will be pleased." Before closing his eyes for a moment.
I scroll that down. What did you say?
Vaprak.
Vaprak.
Vaprak. Would anyone who's likely to know, I'll move you in as well since you are moving with Bloin, who is here, like to make a religion check for me?
Sure thing.
12, 12, 10.
Not relating to stonework, I assume.
Not really, but I will give you advantage anyway, because you might know about this.
I think I get extra pluses. I can't remember what they.
It's not related to stonework, but with a 15, you're the only one to pass it. Vaprak is an orc god, and not an orc, an ogre and giant god.
I'll let everyone know my findings there.
At which point, Gaffard is going to look up if you're going to tell people that.
Oh yeah, it'd be my experience of fighting giants previously.
Yeah, that's why I gave you advantage.
Yeah,
Going to
but I
look up.
also, at least to the inspector, but loud enough that I'm sure it'd be heard. Yeah.
He's got a pretty good passive. He's going to look up and say, well, unusual to meet one who knows that name. I suppose you'll have to not leave here alive. As you notice, his skin suddenly begins turning green. At which point,
Oh no!
roll for initiative again.
As this combat starts, obviously I wouldn't have had time to collect all my notes. Can I quite loudly, my notes?
Don't think he's going to get on with Gloin very well.
Viscount?
Oh
Fair
no!
enough. This could sting. As he pulls his dagger and blood drinker up from his side and launches across the desk. No, I have the music. Oh wait, I copied something else. Damn.
Can it just be said you need to also be playing the X-Files theme song mixed
Oh,
into it
can't
because there's
play-
string all over the room.
Oh, shit. Oh, don't worry. Once I start swinging my axe, I might accidentally cut some of the strings. I think.
Oh, okay. Just let me double check his personality for combat. And hopefully this will be the one.
A vicious bastard. That's what he is.
Yeah, he is that. So what was the play command on this one again now? Double semicolon. Play. No space. This is a slow start. So
Oh, yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Turning it up gradually.
okay, as he grabs the dagger and sword, will launch himself over the desk to attack Inspector Dots. First with Blood Drinker, 16,
That hits, I think.
12 points of damage.
Oof. Let me just double check. I'm fairly sure that hits. Yeah, that hits.
And
Take
then with
damage.
his dagger for a critical,
Oh dear.
Oh, no.
dealing a grand total of 9, 12, 17, 19 points of damage.
I'm
Oh.
dead.
You are downed. You've got death saving
Downed.
throws. Speaking of which, death saving throw. As he immediately plunges the sword across your chest and drives a dagger into your ribs. You pass. Viscount, you're up. And are muted.
Come here, you bastard.
Yeah,
Hunter's
long-
Mark.
Yeah, you can apply Hunter's Mark. Where's my button? Marked.
Hitting of the man.
Go for it. 16 damage, because a 26 will hit. Jesus.
Nice. And another 3.
Fair.
Right. I'm going to have to move in as well. And I will hopefully the Great Axe.
11 damage. 23 will hit. You guys are rolling well for this one. This begins to look like it's hurting him quite badly.
I am just going to use Second Wind
Fair.
as well. Keep that up. But no, actually, went through.
It doesn't heal you automatically, you just have to put it on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that'd be me.
Okay. Did you heal yourself for the damage?
I still don't know where you're carrying on.
Yeah, sure. Gaffard is going to pull Blood Drinker around. Ow! And his dagger up as Inspector Dots slumps to the floor, now turning to being flanked by the Viscount and Gloin. He's going to wing Blood Drinker around at the Viscount. 14 is going to miss. However, the dagger is going to find true through the armor and deal 13 points of damage.
Ooh.
Oh, I saw the lay on hands gone.
Yep, in one foul swoop. Do you want me to?
Yes, please. Am I muted?
No.
Must have been.
Well, you must have been because we couldn't hear you. And that's his turn. Inspector Dots. Death saving throw. Passes.
Hey.
Doing well here. Viscount.
Oh yeah, it's no point wasting a whole action on someone who isn't myself. So I'm gonna hit him again.
Sure.
Fuck it. Oh wow, that was a
Ooh,
low roll. 2.
19. Yeah, I was going to say 2 for damage, but hey, don't forget your extra d6. 19. Okay. He begins looking badly bloodied and weakened as these constant axe blows from two sides keep slamming into him.
Let me ask you a question.
Loin.
Let's see, shall we?
20 will hit. And 20 damage.
Ah, motherfucker.
17. Damn. Just
That's
basically get either side of him just continually bash back and forth with great
I'm
axe.
gonna lay on hands for one point on myself. No, I mean Kaneki Dots.
Fair enough. As Gaffard, now battered and broken, lies still on the floor.
definitely taking his head off.
Yeah.
Well, he's on the ground anyway.
Make another attack roll for me.
Right, cut it off.
16 for 9. That does not beat his armor class. Amazingly.
Uh-huh.
Viscount, you have one more action, and Kaneki, you're back with 1, so let's heal you for a point.
More action.
As I come up, I need to stop falling asleep whenever a fight happens, or losing
Yeah.
consciousness rather.
Another one he's missed out on.
What am I?
Oh. You guys get around before something could happen.
I was trying to cut his head off and I missed.
I wanna
Amazingly,
take-
the armor still managed to stop it.
I want to take his armor off.
Okay, so you're just going to start by pulling the helmet off. So it takes 10 minutes to remove heavy armor. Oh, it's medium
Right.
armor. 5 minutes.
I'll take his helmet off and toss it to the ground.
Fair enough. At which point, he is going to be back
What?
for the start of a fresh round. Staggering up, now helmetless. You can see he's taken on troll-like features. Someone's going to have to kit him and finish him off
He's an
When-
internet troll.
when he's down. This time, Blood Drinker is going to fly towards the Viscount, and the dagger is going to fly towards Gloin. 9 is going to miss, and 8 is also going to miss.
Woohoo.
There's the normal rolls I get.
Yeah.
Both ones. As he staggers up from his feet. Inspector Dots.
Inspector Dots is had enough of this. He's not happy. He's in fact incredibly unhappy. So he is going to attempt a special ability.
Okay.
Oh,
He's
Which
going
one?
to attempt to blind young man.
Fair enough.
Oh,
Actually, old man, but sure. He passes, unfortunately.
he passes, and then I am going to be a bit spooked for my safety, and going to say, "Gloiny, Gloiny, you must defend me against the horrible man," and give him a D6 inspiration dice.
Oh. We won't need that, I think, if he does his job.
Okay, we move on to the Viscount. Onto Joff, sorry.
Hunter's Mark,
Uh-huh.
and then
It's
I'm
still
gonna
up.
hit him.
He wasn't dead.
Oh. Alright.
So,
Oh, did
That's
I get
fine.
the killing blow on him before?
yeah, you did.
Oh, I didn't use my Great Weapon Master. I suppose I thought he was dead, so...
No, I got him. that
Oh, no,
one.
you got it last time, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, well, let's hope I get him this time.
23 for 6. Damn, that is a low.
2.
8. That's not quite enough to finish him off, unfortunately.
Oh.
But I wanted to finish him.
You could burn a spell slot to smite.
No,
Oh, well.
left.
I'm
Yeah.
going to use my last superiority
Uh-huh.
to use maneuvering attack. Just smack him, and then I mean, it just
C is a myth. So you have a
Right.
bar, you have a
Think-
die.
you just need to think. So just checking my things. No, the superiority gets added to the damage.
You have a bardic inspiration dice to use still.
I might use that.
Remember the additional effects when you use it on an attack.
Is it D6?
Yeah.
No.
1 is just
Okay.
enough.
Yeah.
You just meet his AC with that.
I mean, and then with maneuvering attack, it means that Kaneki Dots could move away without provoking opportunity.
To be
I'd
honest, the 15
like
is
it to be
down.
noted that even when he's down, I would still like him to take 1 thunder damage.
Yeah.
Damage 1.
A slight
Okay.
boom as he hits the ground, maybe.
Yeah, just a little thud and a ripple. At which point, 3 round of actions. Everyone gets 1. Starting
And
with
head off
Kaneki.
again.
Also, starts with Kaneki.
Kaneki is going to look to his bag and withdraw. Oh, I haven't got any. That thing? No. Oh no, I haven't got any rope. I am going to. I made all this shitty string.
Is it too meta for me to say that Gloin's rope's hanging on his belt?
A little, yeah. He's looking in his bag.
No, I wouldn't have looked in my bag because I would know I haven't got any. Haven't got that much stuff. I will. I think having seen him get up once, I am going to. Oh, for fuck's sake! It's not really a lot I can do. I don't know how to solve this. Do I know anything about green trolls?
I was gonna say, he's taken on a troll-like appearance. You're not really sure what's going on with this guy. He mentions there was mention of a god. There was
Yep.
and then he tried to kill you because you knew who it was.
I am going to take some steps back, and I am going to hold and load my crossbow.
There. Do you want to ready a shot for him?
Indeed, I do. That was a very long way to do that. Breaks up. Shoots him in the face. Yeah.
Okay.
Enter.
Joff.
So he's on the floor then.
He's on the floor, currently lying there, not moving.
I guess I get advantage then.
Yep, sure, why not? That is a miss still, as the armor still somehow is deflecting it.
Shit.
Gloin.
We have to try the same. I guess advantage if he's on the floor.
Yeah, go on. 16, 22!
Yeah.
And that's more than 10, which is what I needed. As you take his head off, you notice the head remains with troll-like features, but the skin on the body begins turning back to a soft pink.
Huzzah!
And now combat is actually over.
I have solved the mystery.
They cut his head off.
I'm.
In doubt.
I assume there's quite a lot of blood.
Yeah, and weirdly not the right colour.
Yeah, I'm looking around at the ruined notes and the ripped string, and I just sigh and go, I'm so glad it was just a copy.
We are
Um,
victorious. Have a little closer look at his head.
Fair.
Pick it up.
Yeah, completely reasonable.
Have a look at it.
Did I save that? Why didn't
It's
do
an
it?
inspection.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
See if there's
Investigation
anything
or-
immediately jumps out at me.
Yeah.
I think investigation's as good as any for me.
14. It's definitely looks like it was slowly taking on more and more troll or giant or ogre-like appearances. Let's say, since you remembered who it was, you remember seeing a depiction of Vatprak once before, which I will now put in handouts.
I think he was turning into an ogre. Look.
Copy image.
Hold up a nice
So-
Kaneki.
It's all starting to come together. Everything is indeed linked, and these ogres. There's some conspiracy at work leading us to believe that we are lords. These ogres were very insistent. Well, this man, this beast, he must be part of the same conspiracy. I suggest, henceforth, we are very careful who we speak to.
I'll say,
Must be a bit of a
as you-
strange sight though, because there's a dwarf holding a head up in the air.
I'll say, as this is going on, there is a knock at the door. Follow the words, Captain, it's me. We've brought the bodies over.
I
And
turn
Delta
around and aim my
walks in.
crossbow immediately.
Whoa! What's going on? Why? Where
He
did you get
turned
that
on
head?
us. He turned on us. Your man there. He went mad.
'Tis no man. It's a beast, a troll of sorts. Attacks us, nearly killed me.
I'll show you the head.
So, good call.
In case he doesn't believe us.
Yeah, okay. Give me 2 seconds to read my notes. I see. So, he was one of the creatures that was attacking us?
Something about the god thingy. Something in my V.
Is it Veprak?
Brack.
I put a
Oh,
picture up in
who's
handouts
him?
if you were interested, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me, boy,
Cool.
how long have you known this captain of yours?
He recruited us all about 6 months ago. Brought
I
us here to his fortress and
give
has been
Gloin
training us since.
a knowing look, implying there's lots of memory manipulation going on around here.
Gloin will pretend to know what you're talking about.
And I'm going to take 2 steps back.
Maybe. Taking note of that. Step backwards. I'm going to step back in front of Kaneki.
I see. I suppose we'll have to find somewhere else to settle down. If he was in league with those creatures, who knows how often they could be back.
This whole place is probably cursed. You should burn it to the ground.
You might be right. You wouldn't know of anywhere else we could go.
Maybe try the village? The town, whatever it was.
Seems like a good idea. I'll gather what's left of the men.
Though I probably would remember the mayor's name at this. Was that? I'm sure one
He
of us
never
was
gave
the
you his
mayor.
name. He said he
Did
was the
not say?
mayor.
Ah. Yeah, just go and ask for the mayor then. That's not tell him.
Fair enough. I see. I'll gather what we can, and he begins running around the office grabbing supplies.
And
Maps,
everyone of
any gold
Gloin,
coins.
Ogre's Bane.
Ogre's Bane is a good name. And I can start updating my charts for the next session. Let's see. So you've okay. Before finally grabbing a secret patch of coins and says, "You may want to look into his armor. It's better than it looks." Before he runs out the door to gather everyone else, and they head off into the night. The remaining 3 of them.
Yeah, there's not many left in the end. How many died? Like 9?
Yeah, so we lost the elf, the Goliath, the 3 half orcs, and 3 of the Spear brothers.
Well, there was those 4 died. Like straight
Yeah.
away.
While we've
They-
got this natural lull, was I able to discern anything from my
Yes, make your investigation check from what you were checking out.
intimidation, investigation?
23. Okay, so referring back to your notes, you find that he does in fact have a letter penned in your hand, signed by you and the others, saying he could use this fort and permission to operate in these lands.
Right.
You signed it with a fingerprint.
immediately show it to Loin and the Viscount.
You also find out, according to a ledger, he has been paying you, and you have paid him for several jobs, apparently.
I have not seen any of this money.
Yes, this is very, very mysterious.
Very strange.
I believe we may have fallen through a slip in time and space.
And finally, with 23, you are going to have found information in a hidden journal he has been keeping. Would you like to read it?
I would.
The diary details Gaffon sorry. Throat's going. Goffard Gorillion. What's the term I'm thinking? Avatar. One of the avatars of... Oh my god, how have I forgotten the name again? Sorry, I'm getting tired. Veprak. Apparently, in this region, avatars of gods have the ability to manifest and separate themselves from their deities. Quite easily. And have been running wild. He has noted there are several others nearby. He doesn't mention any of them by name, but does mention the gods. You have the dwarven god from the Morris Dinian. Darindalar. I'll put the names up copied over,
Yeah, just copy them.
because they're a nightmare to spell at the best of times. Sharindalar. Tuan T, which I'm never going to spell either. So I'll copy. And finally, Bane. Which is
In.
a fairly interesting mix.
We
Um, Make a religion check for me as well.
Oh.
20. You notice these are all lesser worshipped gods.
Weak as balls.
I have read this aloud for the people in the room.
Fair enough. Mhm.
My God.
Okay.
So it's the gods at work. Avatars of the gods.
While we've been doing that, Rat, what have you been up to during the last about 2 minutes, other than watching some corpses burn?
Seeing that it's too, as soon as like he sees it's too fiery to get anywhere near anything handy, he'll hop down. And then have these guys
Handy.
got in? Oh,
I was going to say, you've noticed that everyone apart from the leader has now left the camp or in
um,
fortification.
Still alive. Yeah.
Everyone who's still alive apart from the leader.
everyone that's still alive apart from the leader has left the camp.
Yeah.
So there's just no one around.
It's quiet. You just listening to the wood slowly burn before it creaks and collapses.
Robbing tents.
Fair enough. You find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pillows, 10 bedrolls, 10 sets of common clothing, and finally 12 javelins.
I want none of this.
Okay. No
Javelina.
pillows, no bedrolls, no clothes.
Just imagine a little rat scurrying through some. No.
Absolutely.
That's what you find just by going through. Make me a perception check.
Perception.
Oh,
Oi.
18. There is a small lockbox under the tent you believe belonged to the Goliath, based on the size of the bedroll.
I'll take it.
Fair enough. It is locked.
I'll take it.
Okay. So you have lockbox. It's about 1 foot across. It's not a big thing.
Cool.
Okay. Do you want to join out with the others? Once you've finished looting everything?
Sure.
No.
Wait,
Oh.
I was going to say,
there's the kitchen over here as well, isn't there?
there is the kitchen in there with Joff's retainers currently in it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll join up with the others.
Fair enough. Let's move you over. As you come scurrying through the door.
I'd like to say I'd like to drop 4 healing words for myself.
Fair enough. Just everything.
Oh,
Just
actually, no, I won't do that. I'll play a little song and give us all a short rest.
I assume it's still quite dark. It's still night.
It's still nighttime.
I think we can
also,
probably
you
rest
can-
up here.
You hear a creaking outside as
I was
fire
gonna
gets
I was
bigger
gonna say we
and the tower collapses.
should only take a short rest, A, because there's a blazing inferno next to us, and B, this place has been attacked every night for 7 days. I don't think it's safe. I think this area is compromised.
Let's go stay in the woods. I need a proper rest.
Yeah, I think the woods are the safer bet. I would very much like I suppose an hour. The place would be in an inferno, wouldn't it?
I was gonna say, it's taken about 5 minutes for that tower to burn down. It is now spreading.
Yeah, I'm gonna healing words myself 4 times.
Fair enough. I'll let you cast them up and
Healing
we'll sort
words.
that out.
8, 8, 7. 3 times will do.
16, 23. Not bad.
That's pretty much most of my health back.
No health.
Does anyone want to grab anything in the next couple of minutes
Gonna look.
before
Just,
you
just
leave?
bloke's armor. Try and
The
prise it off
armor.
him if I
Make
can.
an Arcana check, and it'll take you about 5 minutes to pull it off him.
The Arcana's not going to go well. Oh, well.
I'm taking the hidden ledger, the journal, and that written letter from us.
Fair enough. Let's see. With that, you will be able to discern because it's. Oh no, it's not. It's a chain shirt. You can't determine the effect with a 12, unfortunately.
I'll try and prise it off his body. At least I don't have to take it over his head.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's no head there. There's also
His
the
arms off if
sword.
I can. But... Oh, I might as well just take the sword with me.
Also an Arcana for that as well.
Hmm,
14,
right.
you will get the sword.
Hey.
That's uploaded for you with an item card.
I just want it to be known, Craig. I've taken those items and I've added them to my case file about the mysterious goings-ons.
Fair enough. You spend about the next 5 minutes looting up everything you can find in the office which isn't nailed down. There are still 10 books on the shelves, as well as his previous longsword, and that's about it of interest. See, 5
I
minutes.
don't think I can use a longsword, can I? Oh yeah, I can. Can I take a look at the longsword?
You can.
You are
I'll say his previous one.
the old
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, the one he took off before combat. It is just a regular longsword.
I won't lose it.
Fair enough.
Would
Probably
I have
the same
seen what the books were already while I
You know
was
the
chilling?
titles, they're mostly research things, some for the local area, some for craft. There's 2 crafting books with lists of recipes. I assume you will have gone through them when you went through with that investigation check, so I'll give you all the titles.
Yeah.
So you've got basic armor crafting, you've got improvised weapons, you've got a book on simple potionry, you've got a book called The Art of the Dagger, you've got a book called How to Trick and Deceive People.
I would like to take that book.
Nice.
So I figured you'd probably take them all. There's no reason not to.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll take them all. So send me the
Okay.
list in chat.
Yeah, I'll send you the list later. Okay. As you then begin running, as you get back outside, you can see the fire is spreading slowly around the walls and across to the kitchen. Geoff, you may want to shout to the people inside who don't know it's there.
Yeah, I'm going to call my retainers.
Fair enough. They
I'm gonna
quickly
ring my bell.
come out of the kitchen and see the blazing inferno before quickly escaping out of the fort away from danger.
Yeah, let's go, everyone.
Okay, we shall. Okay, so you want to take a long rest when you're.
Yeah, get a decent way away from it
Fair.
and hunker down and have a kind of incognito camp. So try and be a little bit quiet.
Okay, so I'll take you back to the main map. If you guys want to switch to map A or a map,
Over map.
over map, thank you. And then I will need so you guys got the toy box ones.
Am
so-
I meant to be seeing something on the over map? Because I just see a wooden box.
If you click out of that box off your character, there should be a map underneath.
No, it's not.
Oh, hang on, I must not have given you ownership. Did you change your name?
No.
It says all players. You should be able to see it.
Huh?
Can everyone else see it? Zoom out.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah.
Oh, I'm being dumb.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's a little gap between the toy box and the map, but it's not huge. Okay, so I need a stealth check from whoever wants to perform it.
What we do?
I will.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Uh,
did I have?
Stealth.
Do I have
Stealth.
mithril armor on? I don't know if I did. I didn't put it on.
I was gonna say, what were the
No.
mithril arms? I'll have to double check. Hang on.
One of them was
You want a
didn't
stealth check?
impose disadvantage or something.
Yeah, one that wasn't stealth, but I think it was actually worse for you because of the dex modifier.
Oh yeah, that was it.
I only need it from one person, but we'll use the. You've done 2. We'll use the 10 from Kaneki then, and I need a survival check from someone.
Oh,
He was good at it.
what's it
It's for
doing?
setting up camp.
Well, I am proficient, but I'm
Cool.
low.
Would anyone like to give him help?
No,
Okay.
I didn't say I was
No.
gonna.
Okay.
I don't have it. Never mind.
What about my retainers? Can they help him?
I'll help him.
Standard.
I like Gloim.
So, Gloin, you can roll again.
Yay! Let's. Oh, where am I?
I mean, I could give you a bardic inspiration.
An
No,
8.
Now.
Okay. You set up a pretty awful camp and disguise it
Excellent.
just by pulling extra leaves everywhere.
Although Gloin does have a 2-person tent.
So you at least 2 of you can sleep in a tent.
No,
Of
he's in there on his own.
Oh, okay.
He's just making a point that everyone notices his 2-person tent.
2-person tent. I'm sleeping here alone.
Leaves plenty of room.
Yeah, fair enough. You settle down for the night and complete your long rest. We shall now take the pots out, and I shall divvy up experience.
In the middle of the night, I'd like to wake everyone up with the Rat Man screaming as he hammers part of his magic green stone into one of his eyes.
nice.
I will let everyone else react
Ouch.
to that now.
What the hell are you doing?
Ratman, no! It's not
Ah.
worth it.
Ah, I see all now. The Great One helps.
You're
And
so
you just sit there
fucking creepy.
muttering away to
And then I
himself.
lay back down and kind of pull my
Yeah.
bedroll over my face and just shudder.
Yes,
Slip in the
Gloin
wind.
thinks it's a dream. He's just gonna go back to sleep. Confused.
So, confused dream, confused reaction,
Well, he was
and
pretty.
bike counter.
He did quite a lot during those fights, so he's quite knackered. I think. So,
Why
Keep
count your
delirious.
reaction to seeing that?
Indifference.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, shall we call it there?